This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the week. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now we can see here on your daily chart, we had another higher high, and we put a little bit of a topping tail in here, but we're holding the previous day's top third of the candle, so this is still okay. Now, we got a pretty violent move up here yesterday and today for the simple reason is here, the CIA warned Israel about maybe an attack from Iran, and that's what really the whole key is. They said within 48 hours. So we got to see what's going to happen this weekend. Now, I'm still long here. I cut my position down. I'm still holding 3,000 shares of UCO. So I'm going to see how that's all going to shake out. Maybe over the weekend. I'll see here by later today if I'm going to cut those shares loose, if I'm just going to keep holding them and see what happens on Monday, just in case there's some kind of a attack or something going on over the weekend. Okay, so let's take a look here at the upside first. So it's real easy to see here on the weekly. Obviously, we just want to look at today's high. You're looking at 87.63. And your next level is going to be right here, which is 87.83. So you came within 20 cents of the target zone. Very, very nice. Okay, now again, if the next level here is going to be 88.29. And then this is the level we're looking for. This is that 89.85. Let's just call it 90 bucks is what the target zone is. Okay, so again, if we get above that, here we are, 91.23. Right there, you have 91.88. We have 92.43, and then your big retest up here is 95.03. Okay, so that is your big target area here on the upside. Now you can see on the downside, it's held this 100-day very nicely, 82.87. That's very good. Now, hopefully here we can just see what's going to happen next week. This 8-day needs to catch up a little bit here. We're going to get a little past. A lot of times when it gets away from it, it wants to come back. So let's just see how that all shakes out. But RSI here, plenty of room to run. MACD, very bullish. Green is over your red, shows good positive momentum. So the chart looks very bullish here on your weekly chart. Now again, we have this high here of 95.03. Now, if this breaks above, see this area here, this was very close to that scenario right there. See, that's looking at 93.64. So if this breaks above this, then here we have a target at 97.66. We can come up here to 98.65, and then we can follow this candle here. You're looking at 199 and 101.88 coming right across, okay? And then we can just follow the candles up, but then we have another big target possibly up here at 114.05, and then you can go up to 123, and then you can go all the way up to 130, okay? So there are a lot of good targets. The key is right here, if we just keep following these candles up first, one level at a time, until we're going to hit this possible 95.03. So any kind of a disruption, any kind of a wars or anything that's going to go on, if it's going to escalate, this is going to be your big target. First of all, we want to look at the 90 level, and then we're going to look at that 95 level, and then we can go over pretty much to that $100 level going on over here. Okay, so that's what we're looking for here. Now on the downside, what we want to watch here, like when the futures open here Sunday night, or Monday, we want to watch today's candle. So you want to watch that high so far of 87.63, and you want to watch that low of 86.32, and it closed at 86.73. Okay, so that's what we want to watch, on when the futures do open. Now, again, if that's lost, we can come over to the top of this candle. You're looking at 86.20. That would be right across. And then what we do, we can follow the next candle down, 85.50. That's the top of that candle. And then we can come pretty much here to the bottom as you're looking at 84.85, and then we have yesterday's low 84.64, and then this would be the target that we're looking for at 84.35. Now again, obviously, if that is lost, we can come here. You have 84.49 right here. We have 83.85. That's going to be your key level here, and then we have right here. This is that 83.21. This was Friday's high. Okay, last Friday's high. And then we have this 83.12 going on right here. follow the candles all the way down, but realistically, here's what you're looking for then at 81, 89. But to get this to sell off here, you'd have to have a really good, like a catalyst to knock it down again here, just like we had a catalyst to go on up here. But everything right now is so unstable here. I wouldn't be betting, especially this time period of the seasonality and everything coming into play, that this is going to come down to here. But again, if it does, this is why we trade the charts. But again, your big levels here are going to be your 84.35, and then we have 83.89, 81.89. I mean. And then we can come right down to this lower level here. You're looking at 80.55. This is a really nice level. We'll take it right off the top of this candle at that 80.85 level. Okay, so but now look at your 50-day. Okay, 79.03, and it's just 79.04. So right there, these are basically kissing each other. This is about ready to crack through. That means that's very bullish. Once that 50-day goes over that 200-day, very, very bullish. So any pullback into crude oil in this kind of a time frame is a buying opportunity. Okay, so always look at it like that. That this will be buying. So if this comes off, that's a buying opportunity. Now your RSI here, well, you're looking, you're like in an overbought sense, but this can remain overbought for quite a while. That doesn't mean that it's going to come right on down. And the one thing about it is there's no divergence here at all. See, we had a high, then we had a high, we had a higher high, and we had a higher high. There's no divergence there at all. So what you'd be looking for is if you had a high here, and then we had a high, and then we had a really high, and then this would RSI would be down here. That'd be that negative divergence, but you just don't have that. So this looks very bullish. MACD, green over red, look how nice that looks. Shows very good momentum there to the upside. So what we have here is you got to have like a topping tail indecision candle going on. So just watch the high, the low, and then when the futures open there on Sunday night or Monday morning, that's what we're going to be trading against. If it comes down, we know exactly where it's going to go. And on the upside, you just want to watch that 87.63, and then our next target here is going to be that 87.83, and then you have 88.29, and then that's what we're looking for right there, 89.85, roughly $90. That keeps on rolling, and then we have this one up here at 95.03 here. So let's just see how this all shakes out here. See, I'm still holding that 3,000 shares of UCO. I'm going to see how it all shakes out, but I'll probably hold it there over the weekend. I'm going to see here at the end of the day at closing if I'm still want to do that. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, natural gas was pretty interesting. Now, I never really did participate in yesterday's rally. Really, I say when you start getting this fear in there, what really rallies is the gold, the silver, the crude oil. It's what rallies up. Because that's always going to be gold and silver is kind of like a fear factor, and disruption in crude oil, that always wants to go higher. They always looking for some excuse to take it higher. That's why I like trading it. Okay, so realistically, it held this 1.71. Natural gas sitting right now, sitting at 177.8. So you close above the 177.71. That's very, very bullish here for the week. Okay, so that's what we wanted to see because we had three red candles here. That was over a 3-week period. Last week we had this like kind of like a reversal candle. It went right on up here and closed above the 8 SMA. That was the first tail, and then now we had a nice higher low and a higher high, and you're maintaining that 8. Very, very bullish here. Okay, so but the key with natural gas here, you have to be a little bit of patience. Now your green is still below your red here, but I think it's going to be a matter of time before she's gonna go up. Now when we look on a daily chart here, well, what is this? This is a pure indecision candle. What's going on today? Look at this. Look at old Crossboy. See, that is a complete indecision candle, and you notice it couldn't get through this 50-day. Now I know I said this about a million times. That 50-day is like a brick wall, and look what happened. Couldn't get through. Couldn't get through. Got through. Couldn't close above. Yesterday, couldn't get through. Today, couldn't get through again. Okay, so very, very strong. Just like we had this 8 SMA here. This took 3 weeks to blast through. I'm not saying it's going to take 3 weeks to blast through there, but I'm saying very, very strong resistance. Now, we close here below this 8 SMA. So now this 8 SMA becomes resistance at 1.793. Okay, so always remember now we got 2 resistance levels. It's going to be this 8 SMA and that 50 SMA. That is going to be your key upside. If you can get above, then we'll take a look at this candle. Yesterday's high, 1.853. And then we come here, 1.88. And then the topping tail is 1.906. That's what we'd be looking for. Once you get above that area, we can follow the candles, but realistically going to that 1.95. And then above that, we have that 2.0. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Above that, we have this 2.168. And then we come over here, you have your 21-day at 2.27, and then we have 2.8. So you have a lot of good resistance. Your 100 days still on a downslide, 50 days on a downslide, your 21 days on a downside. But you notice that your 200-day, your 50-day, and your 8 days all leveled off here now on the weekly. Gives you a little bit better tell of what's going on. I think it's just going to be a matter of time before she's going to rip up here. Needs a catalyst to do so. So that's how it is. But again, UNG was, I think, was a very, very good scalper today. I got, what did I get? 28 cents out of that there today, but I'm trading 5,000 shares. So I'm flat. I have no position in the natural gas here. I'm not taking this here until, now I would go hold it overnight, but it's got to close above that 50 SMA here. Once it does that, then you know she's going to start moving up. But until then, it could go all the way on down here again. So I have no idea. So why take the risk reward? Just is not there. Okay, downside of what we want to watch, obviously, is you want to watch today's low. That's sitting at 1.75. And we have your 21-day sitting at 1.74. Those are your two key levels there. And then we want to watch this 8 SMA at 1.71. If that's lost, right there's your target, 1.70, 1.68. That's your gap, 1.67. There's your fill, 1.64, and then 1.58. If this 21-day here is lost. Now, the chart looks good. I mean, your RSI here looking good. Your MACD is still green above your red. It just has to get through that 50 SMA. I can't stress it enough because obviously you can see. Okay, look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's taken 5 days so far, and you still can't get through this. Okay, so now we got a series of right here of lower lows and lower highs. That's not really a good look. However, we need a reversal candle here to pop that back up like we got here. Once you get above that 50-day, then she can rip. Until then, she's going to be sideways to down. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on in the hourly and the 4-hour. Okay, not much. Okay, so when we did the chart there for midday, we were looking at that 50-day. Now you can see where it got above, but where did it go? Right into that Hondo, 1.82. Okay, see, so this is why you want to trade the charts, and you put the same your 8 simple moving average, your 21, your 50-day, your 100-day, your 200-day on every chart. See, it works on every chart. Okay, so this one went right into it and then pulled back, got above it, but then she went right into that 100-day and then boom, pulled right on off. Now we're coming all the way down. We're kind of holding this 200 SMA here and the 21 SMA here. So this isn't looking too bad. But again, if that's lost, you can come right down to this retest at 1.75. Okay, so that it's just that simple with this big ass red candle. That would be the target. Now, again, that 1.75 comes right off the bottom of this candle. So if you look at the low of that, that's 1.75. And then what you can do, I say, if that is lost, we can look like to the top of this candle. You're looking at 1.74 here. What do we have? 1.73. Then we can just follow these candles down. So what do you have? 1.71, and then we have 1.70, and then we have your retest. But right here, okay, we just have to make sure if it does hold this price channel at 1.75, then we don't have to worry about all that. But if you want to know where it's going, just always look to the left of the chart. There's always somewhere where it's going to be a target zone on where you're going to stop. Okay, so these basically, you know, your candlesticks and your simple moving average are basically targets, just like this 100-day. So when you're down here, you say, okay, well, it's going to rally up here. If it goes through that 50-day, well, then I know it's going to go to that 100-day. Okay, so if it stops there, then that's the end of the trail. Okay, so here it is on the 4-hour chart. Well, this isn't looking too bad. You know what I'm saying? The chart itself isn't looking too bad because you can look at this as a low, higher low, higher low, higher low situation. So overall, this isn't really that bad. The key is you just have to break above that key 50-day on that daily chart. Once you do that, then she'll just rip rail higher. But right now, the chart does not look really that bad overall. You got that nice series. But once it starts losing, if it starts losing all this area here, like say you lose the 1.86, you lose this 1.64, then you're going to come right down here, and then that chart looks like crap. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to look at. Right now, it doesn't look too bad, but it's a good scalper's market there. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the UNG. Now, I didn't scalp any KOLD. There was some trades in there, but I just didn't. On a Friday like that, I just as soon just take a directional one unless I see it. It's like with the UCO or something or whatever, you know. But there was still a lot of good trades out there. The Tesla short was really good. Now they came out, Tesla came out and they decided that they're not going to go with that low priced electric vehicle because China is basically kicking their ass. So they're not going to do that. So then the stock just cratered all the way from 170, came all the way down to 160. So actually, it was a good scalp. I scalped it long, and then I scalped it short first, and then once I got that news, and then I scalped it long. You know, I got 5 points out of it on the long side there. So you know, that's how you have to look at it. You know, there's always a trade going on here. TQQ was a nice, good trade. That was up over 3% there today, up over $2 there at one point, got all as high as 60.92. So there was a lot of other good trades out there. Natural gas just isn't it today. But again, you know, I'll be happy with just the money that I made off of that. That'll be good. And then we have to see what's going to happen Monday. Now, Sunday night, I always make a video. I always post it here by 7 o'clock. We'll go over crude oil and natural gas. So get you all set up for Monday. And then we'll have the weekend editions here. We might do a little bit more since crude is like really in play here now. We'll do a little bit more in depth maybe on crude and natural gas and maybe that big oil ETF and maybe some of the oil companies. You know, we'll have to take a look and see what we're going to do like that over the weekend. Okay, hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.